One of the cast members is being accused of SA. She is reporting that allegedly she was SA'd, and I'm saying allegedly because, again, I don't believe her. It's because, again, you gotta say allegedly on these platforms. But she was allegedly SA'd by the cast member Steven, who was going to be a part of the new Love is Blind 10th season in May of last year.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be talking about Love is Blind season 10 cast reveal. This has to be my favorite show to review on YouTube. I'm really excited for this new season. It's going to be based in Ohio and there's already some drama, guys. So let's just jump right in. I'm gonna start by talking about all the guys and I'll include a photo of them here as well for you guys to see. So the first guy we have is Alex H. And he is 31 years old. He's a Pisces, which I love because I'm also a Pisces. And he works in financial sales. So just looking at Alex's photo, the first thing I thought was he looks like a finance guy. Like that's what came to my mind. Like kind of clean cut, you know, pretty attractive, conventionally attractive. Yeah, that's what came to my mind. I was like, okay, this guy looks good. So Alex says that soccer is life for him. And now he's learning how to live without the game. Drafted by Minnesota United, the former Division I goalkeeper never expected his time in professional sports to be cut short. I'm proud of being able to come back mentally after 4 knee surgeries took away my athletic career, he says. In the game of love, however, Alex is still hoping to score, especially with a spontaneous woman who will embrace her inner nomad. Fingers crossed she'll accept Alex's worst habit, taking a sip from a water bottle in the fridge, putting it back, and then grabbing a new one. A couple arguments have happened because of that. In return, Alex promises to be his partner's constant no matter where they choose to lay down roots. I'm a rock, he says. I've been through a lot and can be strong when the chips are down. Okay, so I guess what I'm confused about when he talked about his worst habit, which that is just, to me, it's like annoying. I'm like, why would you sip water and put it back and like not finish the water bottle? That's diabolical. Like, why would you do that? And the fact that he says that it's caused arguments in the past, my guy, like that's a habit he needs to just like, you know, start getting rid of now. Like, I don't really see how that's a habit because to me, I'm like, just stop sipping water and putting it back in the fridge, sir. Like, how is this a habit? Like, are you addicted to doing this? Because if so, I'm more concerned about that. The fact that you referred to it as a habit. But let's move on. So, all right, then we have Alex L. And he's 33 years old. He's an assistant controller and he's a Libra. He looks nice. I'm thinking in my mind, he looks like he's pretty tall. I don't love the suit option that he chose, but I mean, that's okay. So he's a Libra and he says that this lovable smart ass has yet to find his match in the Ohio dating scene. He says he doesn't listen to country music and he's not religious, so that cuts out about 60% of the population. After 5 years of the single life, he's hopeful that the other 40% is waiting in the pods. But Alex will be keeping his ears and eyes open for his ultimate ick, a baby voice. It freaks me out, he admits. That's 6 months of trouble. Just stay away. So weird. Why are you using 6 months? Like, there's a story behind that, and I don't even know if I want to know the story because I'm like, what have you been through, sir? I'm concerned. I'm real concerned. He might need therapy. Maybe not Love is Blind. Okay, so it says Alex wants to meet a partner who's completely comfortable in their skin and doesn't expect him to change to meet their expectations. But be warned, if you don't get along with my friends, it's not going to work out, Alex says. Bonus points if she's down for yoga, and if she golfs, well, that might earn her a different kind of gold cup. So Alex seems nice. I don't really love that he referred to himself as a lovable smartass. I feel like guys who refer to themselves as smartasses or say that they're sarcastic, I feel like sometimes they can be annoying and they think it's like funny. And it's like, ooh, you're just annoying. So I don't know. Lovable smartass, we'll see. We'll see about Alex, but yeah, I don't know about him. Okay, then we have Brennan. I'm not gonna lie, I do love the what is it, the mustache? I don't know why, but I find that attractive, guys. I'm into it. So he's 30 years old and he's an accounting and finance manager. He's a Libra. So it says Brendan has a simple motto in life: do hard things, whether it's marathon training or finding a soulmate through a wall. He doesn't shrink from any challenge. In recent years, Brendan has put in the work to become the most emotionally available version of himself. Learning how to manage my feelings and express them into a partner is what I'm proudest of, he says. Don't believe him? Well, Brendan once wrote letters by hand to an ex-girlfriend on a weekly basis. He's bringing the same dedication and mindfulness to the pods, where he hopes to meet a woman and start a family. As for the qualities for his future children will inherit from their mother, kindness is top of mind for him. I want to meet someone who's soft-spoken, caring, and thoughtful, whether they're with me or with a stranger in a coffee shop. I'm like, okay, I dig it, because I think kindness is super important. Side note, Brendan also kind of looks like Joe from Love is Blind season 9. Joe also had a mustache, so let's hope he's not, but he looks similar. Okay, let's move right along. So we have Chris. He is 33 years old, and he is an account executive, and he's a Pisces. So it says, whether he's crushing an Ironman triathlon or dominating his opponent on the jiu-jitsu mat, Chris likes to work up a sweat. This military veteran is looking for someone to match his pace on the treadmill and his positive outlook on life. My best habit is being overly optimistic about any situation, he says. That's why Chris truly believes his soulmate is out there and waiting to be discovered in the pods. After his most recent relationship came to an end after 6 years, Chris is still searching for a lasting connection with the emotionally intelligent woman of his dreams. If all goes according to plan, Chris's 2 pets and an adopted stray cat and his dog Cookie will have a new mom in no time. Ooh, that's a lot of pets. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that many pets, but Chris does seem like a sweet guy. He said something about 6 years. Okay, so he was in a relationship for 6 years. That is a long time. But honestly, I actually think it's a good sign when a guy can be in a long-term relationship. So I wonder when that relationship ended. That's something that I would want to know about Chris. But yeah, overall, good vibes. I think he looks good, and I like the outfit that he put together as well. Okay, then we have Connor, and he's 32. His occupation is account management, and he's also Pisces. Connor looks good. A lot of these guys are looking like somewhat similar. I'm picking up on a little bit of a similar vibe here in Ohio, but he looks good. So it says, fancy a trip to Grandpa's cheese barn? Well, that's Connor. Might be the right guy for you. It's exactly how it sounds. Connor says about his family's summer tradition to visit the iconic Ohio establishment. All he needs is a ride or die partner by his side, and hopefully with a lactate in hand. One day he plans to bring his own kids along, as starting a family is top of priority for Connor. I know I'm going to be a good father, he says. I want little me's running around and to teach them soccer. That's cute. That's really cute. Heading into the experiment, Connor is keeping his mom's advice in mind, which is to listen first. So that's good advice that his mom gave him. Listen. He says that he tends to ramble a lot. So, if she's too nice to shut me up, he says he's just going to keep talking. So, he already knows where he needs to kind of work. So hopefully he will be able to listen to someone. Okay. So next we have Davo. I want to say Davo. I think it's Davo, if I had to guess. He looks nice. He's 32 and he is a loan officer. He's a Sagittarius. So he says on the rebound after his last relationship, Davo is going full court press to find his dream teammate for life. Don't be shocked by a sports metaphor here or there, because Davo spends most of his time watching or talking about basketball, football, or really whatever else is on. So he's a big sports guy. In his future partner, he is willing to put up with if his future partner is willing to put up with his game day obsession, then Dave will cheer her on from the sidelines for life. I don't want you to give up on your dreams and your passions. I want to be able to support you. This marriage-minded guy is done dating just to date. He's searching for a goal-driven woman who's prepared to fully commit and build a loving family, but he won't seek a second date with someone whose connection skills aren't up to his standards. He says, I'm not a mind reader, so when I have to guess what's going on or what you're thinking, that's an ick for me. Ooh, interesting. Interesting, Davo. I agree with that you shouldn't have to guess what people are thinking. That's kind of, but I didn't really like how he said on the rebound after his last relationship. You wouldn't, I'm hoping he's not looking for a rebound in the pods, Davo. That's the only thing that I didn't love about that. Like, I would definitely want to know when that last relationship ended, because the way people will just be getting out of a relationship and they don't even give themselves time to heal is diabolical. So, okay, next we have Haramel. I hope I am not butchering his name, but I think it's Haramel. He looks nice. He has an interesting sense of style. Yeah, he looks nice. So he's an ER doctor and he's a Virgo. So he says, as an ER doctor, Haramel knows how precious life can be, and now he's searching for someone to spend the rest of his life with. My job and my life have deep purpose, so it's hard to find time to date, he says. But don't let the degrees fool you. Haramel isn't invested in labels. He says, I've gone to college, I'm a doctor, I'm a professor, but that's not who I am outside of work. So, Haramel says he loves to do romantic things for his friends. Little romantic things for his friends. That's interesting. Go to the dog, or so he says, go to the dog park with his dogs and listen to 6 hours of music every day. What? Hold up. That must be on the weekends, because this guy's an ER doctor. 6 hours of music a day. That's a lot. Hold up. Guys, that's a lot. When does he have time for that? When he's working in the emergency room. Also, little romantic things with his friends. That's a little strange. What romantic things could you be doing for your friends? Like, you should be doing romantic things for your partner. Let me know what y'all think about that, because I think that's a little strange. Okay, so he says after 3 years of protecting his space and heart, he's now ready to push past his fears to find a partner who loves him unconditionally. Sometimes I wonder if I'm going to end up being too much for somebody once they figure out how much I care. Okay, interesting. He's interesting. So we shall see. All right, then we have Jordan. Jordan is 34. I like his smile. He has a really big smile. He's an account executive, and he's also a Pisces. So it says, known as the life of the party by friends and family, Jordan stays laughing through life. But he's never been more serious about finding a partner after 9 years of being single. Ooh, that's a long time. And he's 34. Ooh, Jordan, that's a long time. Okay, he says, I've been through heartbreak before, and that's when you start to put walls up, he says. For the right person, Jordan will open up to develop a pure connection with someone who shares his values and sense of humor. Growing up surrounded by his large, close-knit family, Jordan would love to share his favorite traditions with his future wife, including competitive card games at Thanksgiving and walks with his 6-year-old dog, Bo. That's cute. He says, if you don't like dogs, sorry, he was here first. Jordan warns to any potential suitor, adding that he brought a photo album of the pup into the pods for when he gets lonely. Oh my. Okay, Jordan. Man, the way some people love their dogs. I love dogs too, but there are levels, I guess we shall say. All right, moving right along, we have Kevin. He looks nice. I like the way you spell his name. That's very unique. It's not like, instead of Kevin, it's Kevan. That's pretty unique. He's 32, he's a realtor, and he's a Scorpio. So it says, Kevin has been waiting for that sweep you off your feet moment, but has stayed firmly planted on the ground. After 2 years of being single, this energetic go-getter is embracing his motto to just shake the dice, to take a chance on love. I'm most excited about finally meeting my best friend, he says. Kevin has recently been on a journey to focus on his health and start his real estate career, and the last piece of the puzzle is having a lovely lady by his side. While he cherishes his group of guy friends back home, Kevin is sick of dragging them on trips or out to sporting events. Being able to have someone to travel with and tag along would just be amazing, he says. Sure, Kevin can be a know-it-all at times, but he hopes he'll be able to laugh about it with his future partner. Okay, I like that. He seems really nice. I didn't really hear anything that was like alarming. And he also looks like he could be very tall. So, okay, Kevin's looking good, guys. He's looking good. Okay, then we have another Kevin. Wow, why do they do this? And this time, Kevin is spelt with an I. So I guess that's how you can differentiate the two. He has a very interesting stance in this photo, but he looks nice. So he's 35, and it says he's a certified public accountant. And his sign is he's a Taurus. So he says, morning person doesn't even begin to describe Kevin. By 5 a.m., this self-described golden retriever is fueling up with a cup of black coffee served with an extra shot of espresso before heading out the door. Oh my God. Kevin is energetic, guys. So he says, if you can keep up, then Kevin might be the guy for you, especially if you're a passionate person. I don't care what it's about, but I like someone who brings their best self to whatever they do. He says, for Kevin, that looks like working with a local nonprofit raising money for cancer research. Every year, Kevin participates in the annual bike ride fundraiser after losing his father to the disease. Oh, that's sad. He says, while he hasn't found his soulmate yet, Kevin is confident that his fellow Ohioans will deliver. People think Ohio is boring, but it's not a flyover state. Has a vibrant art scene, awesome sports team, and amazing people. Kevin seems nice, but that morning routine is diabolical. 5 a.m. and then you're just downing coffee and espresso. Like, take a chill pill. I'm not a morning person, so all I can say is I don't care when people have these crazy morning routines. I think my motto is just do not wake me up in the morning. Do not wake me up at 5 a.m. I'll be so angry. But he seems very nice overall. Okay. Then we have Miguel. He has the power stance, guys. The way his arms are crossed, he looks nice. And I can tell he goes to the gym. He has a nice physique. Okay. So Miguel is 32. He is a software engineer and he's a Taurus. Born in Puerto Rico, Miguel is proud to have built a life in the US after landing a basketball scholarship and then a job in Cincinnati. Dating stateside, however, has been less successful. This pro bodybuilder easily sparks attention, but has trouble maintaining a flame with a serious and selfless partner. Love is commitment through health and sickness, wealth and poverty. There's no backing out when it comes to marriage. After ending a 4-year relationship, he's found the local scene to be far too insular to make a match. Interesting. Insular. I think what he probably means by insular, which I've heard this before, is it could be a little bit like mixy in the sense that Ohio and some states, it's almost like everyone knows each other. So it's like you run across people that like run in the same circles. And I think when that happens, people end up dating within those circles. So it can almost get messy. That's what I'm thinking Miguel means by insular, but maybe I'm wrong. So let me know what you guys think. But I think that's what he means by using the word insular, which I'm not going to lie, that's a really tough thing to deal with when you're dating and it seems like everybody somewhat knows each other. It can just get very, very messy very quickly. So it says Miguel drives hours out of his way for a dinner date, but won't waste his time if the vibe isn't right. Within 5 seconds of meeting someone, I know if I'm attracted to them or not. If he does find the one in the pods, Miguel can't wait to introduce them to his family. Okay. So I don't love that he said that within 5 minutes or whatever, or 5 seconds, he knows if he's attracted to someone. I feel like if you're that quick to base whether there's attraction for someone based on looking at them in 5 seconds, you maybe shouldn't be on Love is Blind. I don't understand why people who just seem to maybe put a lot of emphasis on the, physical attraction, or maybe they have a very particular type. Like, Love is Blind is not for you. So we shall see how Miguel does on this show. All right, then we have Mike. Mike also looks very tall. I like the tattoos. He has a tattoo on one part of his arm. He's 30 years old and he's a sales manager. He's a Taurus. So it says 7 months ago, Mike left New Jersey behind to seek new employment in Cleveland. I'm fresh to Ohio, he says. I'm proud of myself for moving somewhere that I don't know anyone. He says dating in the heartland, however, hasn't exactly done wonders for his heart. Michael typically meets women out at bars or on the apps, which he admits plays into his worst habits. He says, I focus too much on the physical and I tend to be picky, he says, noting that dark hair and a beautiful smile typically grabs his attention. Okay, Mike is another problem. So I don't think Love is Blind is for people that have that are so when they start talking about types. Oh, I like a girl that looks like this. Love is Blind is not for you, sir. This show is not for you, Let me know what you guys think. But anytime a guy is like, oh, I have a type, I tend to go for this look, or this show is not for you. It's not. So it says, while Michael was too immature to marry in the past, too immature, oh my God, he's been working on himself and his communication skills to make the most out of the experiment. What hasn't changed is his love language, which is giving gifts. All he asks in return is for a loyal and genuine connection with a woman who won't mind a sink full of dirty dishes, oh my God, or his habit of biting his nails. Mike, I'm watching you. Those are pretty bad habits. So I don't know about him, guys. I really don't. Okay, then we have Parker. Parker also looks very tall. That jacket is a no for me. It's a no for me, dog. I don't know why he's wearing that. I'm so sorry. No. I like the color he has under it, but that jacket design is interesting. Okay, he's 29 and he's a business owner. He's a Sagittarius. Says Parker is ready to meet the love of his life after taking time to meaningfully reflect on how he shows up in relationships. In the past, he admittedly struggled with an anxious attachment style after learning what the heck that was, but is now happy, complete, and secure. Parker is a dad to a rambunctious 1-year-old Burmese mountain dog and appreciates a woman who can match their energy. However, as the owner of an automotive company, he rarely gets a moment to himself. So excuse him if he's not the life of the party. I'm not always an extrovert. Sometimes my inner introvert takes over and I want to spend the whole weekend inside, Parker says. Ideally, by next summer, he'll have a wife to join his family Sunday cookouts at his parents' house. Parker seems nice. Okay, next we have Steven, and he is 32 years old. He works in finance and he's a Sagittarius. So the first thing I want to say about Steven is I saw online that there were some allegations that came out against him from a woman that he supposedly has seen in the past. I obviously don't know if these are true. That's why I'm saying it's all alleged. But supposedly she was assaulted by him, which is just terrible. I'm actually going to play like a TikTok kind of explaining the situation.
One of the cast members is being accused of SA. She is reporting that allegedly she was SA'd, and I'm saying allegedly because, again, I don't believe her. It's because, again, you got to say allegedly on these platforms. But she was allegedly SA'd by the cast member Steven, who was going to be a part of the new Love is Blind 10th season in May of last year. Now, I am going to start. This is one of the screenshots that she's posted on there. She posted them yesterday about 15 hours ago. She said she did not file. She just kind of wants to let him know that he is a disgusting human being, and like he likes to film people without consent. She did provide a screenshot of him liking the message. So again, there was some type of form of communication, and it says 36 weeks ago. And then she also provided this little timestamp of May 16th of 2025 saying, when she was, SA'd. So again, this is really heavy. I just feel like Love is Blind is just getting, it becomes a lot. Here's the screenshot that she posted. I hope she's okay and I hope she's doing fine. Again, usually I don't get into this stuff before season starts, but I think it's kind of important to know who to watch and who not to watch. But again, it goes back to double checking all these people. But again, I will be watching, of course, with everybody else. But y'all, let me know.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, that's not really the best way to enter the pods with something like that coming out about him. And it's all alleged, right? But I don't really know why this girl would lie. But at the end of the day, there's nothing new under the sun. I know people do that sometimes. But irregardless, I'll just go through. So it says, before entering the pods, Steven has been dating with the Love is Blind mindset. The best relationships I've had have been based on personality first and looks were secondary. After nearly a year of being single, Steven wants to lock down a highly social and optimistic partner with a deep appreciation for family. Save the sibling drama because Steven's biggest ick is someone who speaks badly about their brother or sister. That and discovering the girl he's dating has an OnlyFans account. While Steven has never laser focused on his studies, he's very in touch with his artistic side. In his spare time, Steven enjoys playing and painting, and glass blowing. I don't even know what that is, guys. If you know what that is, tell me in the chat. I'm gonna have to look that up. A hobby he picked up during COVID after an apprenticeship. Perhaps this budding artist will find his muse on the other side of the pods. Okay, next we have Tyler H, and his hair is interesting. He looks nice. So he is 32 years old and he's a management consultant. He's a Capricorn. And he says, rather than look for someone to grow old with, Tyler is searching for someone who makes him feel forever young. I like that. You can go to music festivals at 70 if you want. Oh, I like that. No one is stopping you, he says. On Tyler's bucket list, crisscrossing the globe. He's already been to 18 countries so far, so his future partner better have a passport. His wanderlust is part of the reason he hasn't already found a mate in his hometown. Nobody wants to leave Ohio. A lot of people are pretty locked in. Should Tyler find his forever travel buddy, he's prepared to deliver in the romance department. Romance to me is saving all their little details in my phone, like their Chipotle order on how they like their coffee, he says. In return, he only asks that she remembers his favorite beverage, chocolate milk. Oh, what? Tyler, that's crazy. And won't mind his habit of late night vacuuming. Sometimes I do it at 4 a.m. Oh my, Tyler, you are interesting. I like his hair though. I feel like it's unique. It makes him stand out. Yeah, he seems really nice. I like that he's like, no matter what age, you should be able to go out and have fun. I feel like people that have that mentality tend to even have like better lasting relationships because they're not thinking, oh, I'm this age, so now I have to like, be boring. Like nobody said you have to do that. Like at any age, you can do whatever you want. I love that. I think he has great energy. Okay. Then we have Victor. Victor looks nice. So he's 34 and he's a professor. He's a Virgo. Oh, it says at 6'3". I knew he was tall, but 6'3". Damn. That's a nice height. With a PhD, Victor makes quite an impression, but women tend to miss what's on the inside. People I've dated have seen me as Superman, and that makes it hard to open up, he says. My biggest fear is being vulnerable and getting hurt. Originally from Brooklyn and a newcomer to Columbus, Victor is holding out hope for a partner who values transparency, consistency, and overall security he can offer in a relationship. But he says, good things come to those who wait. I'm a slow burn, Victor says. I'm not a golden retriever, I'm a Doberman. Oh, we just have to take our time and pace ourselves. I like that. Of course, the experiment could fast track him to the altar, but if Victor meets a woman with a strong sense of purpose and even stronger connection to God, he's more than ready to commit. Victor seems nice. I like what I see. Okay, so that is all the guys, okay? So I'm actually going to do a separate video for the girls only because this video was so much longer than I expected. The only thing I noticed for all the guys is in the sense that almost everyone is in their 30s. I feel like in the past, we had guys that were in their 20s. It seems like for Ohio, they decided to just get more people in their 30s. Please let me know what you guys think of all these guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I will do another video separately for all the women. Thanks, guys. Bye.